Oh my! Was it your bag? I thought it was garbage. I'm so sorry about that. My mother-in-law threw away my bag. I was stand at the side of it in the trash can, mixed in with piece of vegetables and meat. It was badly cut up and disfigured. I could see the utter malice in it. Well, all your belongings are like trash anyway. What's the big deal? I couldn't bear to see you leave your garbage at my front door. As a mother-in-law, I couldn't overlook it. You should be thankful to me. What have you done? It was a bag that I had been treasuring. My husband bought it for me for my birthday. That wasn't it. There were $10 million in it. My name is Chelsea. I'm a housewife. When I got pregnant with my husband Philip, we got married. It was a shotgun wedding. Our daughter Lisa will be 5 years old this year. We have very loving and caring family dynamics. Basically, I'm living a happy life. Except for one thing. That is my mother-in-law's bullying. When my father-in-law passed away a few years ago, my mother-in-law Kate decided to sell the house and moved in with us. In the beginning, she was humble and appreciated everything I did for her. Within a year, her true nature began to emerge. She lectured me about the importance of being frugal and complained that I spent too much at every opportunity. My family depended solely on Philip's income. He earned more than most people his age. We had enough money to live a comfortable life as long as we didn't splurge. We were even able to save money every month. We thought there was no need for us to be frugal. Kate didn't like our way of thinking and interfered in many things. Whenever I bought groceries, she spread them out on the counter before I could even put them in the refrigerator. She compared each item with several advertisements to see if I bought it at the cheapest price. Then, of course, I had to put them away myself afterward. And if something wasn't cheap enough, she even asked me to return it. Since she had been researching the prices so thoroughly, she was able to calculate the total cost of the dishes I cooked. She complained about the high cost per dish, the waste of electricity with the way I cooked, and other tedious details. I once rebelled against her, but she threw all the food in the pot into the trash. It's your fault for not obeying me, that all the food went to waste. I was illogically blamed, but she was so fierce that I gave up. It was not only about the family budget that she complained about, but also about my personal expenses. If I bought new clothes, "You don't need these beautiful clothes. Wear what you already have until they become tattered." If I went out to lunch with a friend, she snatched the receipt. "Next time, go to a cheaper place. Better if you stop eating out and wasting money." That money was the allowance Philip had given me, and I always managed within the budget. I never touched the family expenses for my personal use. If Philip were to complain, that would be one thing, but to have her complain? I had no reason to be scolded by her. The worst was, when I was taking a nap alone on a very hot day, she turned off the air conditioner and opened all the windows. I woke up from the heat and was upset thinking that it would have been ridiculous to get heat stroke from it. I asked her why she did what she did. "It's obvious, isn't it? Using electricity for you is a waste. When I was your age, we only had a fan." Who cared about the old days? I complained to Philip, but she always put on a good face in front of him and Lisa. He had the impression that she was worse at spending money than saving it. He warned her softly, but he didn't believe me much. She did have a habit of spending money. Contrary to what she always lectured me, she did not practice the same at all. Philip bought her a smartphone when she moved in with us. Until then, she only had a landline. She was excited to have the new phone and quickly mastered its use. She not only shopped her own stuff online, but also bought toys and clothes for her beloved granddaughter. I felt that giving Lisa everything was not good for her. But the problem was that Kate spent more than she could afford. She had a pension, and on top of that, she received an allowance from Philip, just like me. She spent them without thinking twice and asked him to cover the excess. He wasn't able to dispute the charges when they were used for his daughter and reluctantly paid. Well, I've told you all the negative things, but life itself wasn't all that bad. Kate was head over heels for my daughter and took good care of her. I was able to leave her at home and went out without worries. Philip seems to be somewhat aware of Kate's bullying and gave me a nice brand name bag as an apology on my birthday. The bag not only had a large capacity, but also had no metal parts. He must have chosen it because I had a slight metal allergy. Such subtle kindness was a source of emotional support for me. I told myself that a lot of people experienced similar bullying. I was willing to put up with it a little, but there was a limit to my patience. One day, when I came home from grocery shopping, Kate was waiting for me at the door. I wondered what was going on. She told me that we had just run out of milk and that I needed to go buy it right away. I had just come home and was tired. I thought that not having milk wasn't a big deal anyway. Can I do it tomorrow? Her face turned red at my question. What are you talking about? I'm telling you to buy it now because it's on sale only today. Don't you even get that? Stop complaining and go run. She wouldn't have backed down even if I tried to reason with her. So I had no choice but to go back out. Everything I bought earlier was okay to leave there. I didn't buy anything that needed to be refrigerated right away. She was going to check them one by one anyway, so there was no need to put them away. I grabbed my bag and opened the front door. Wait a minute! I was about to leave when she stopped me. I thought she would tell me to tidy up first, but it was something else. You don't need to carry such a heavy bag just to go buy some milk, do you? You'll just get tired. Leave it behind. The bag that Philip gave me was so convenient that I used it regularly. Because of that, I left all kinds of things in it, and it was indeed getting heavy. I wondered if she was showing a little care for me. I was a little skeptical, but I did as I was told and left my bag behind. The milk on special sale was not yet sold out, and I bought some. On the way back, I thought that buying things we didn't need was a waste of money. When I returned, all the groceries that had been scattered earlier had been cleaned away. The only people in the house were Kate and Lisa. Since a 5-year-old couldn't clean up everything, it was inevitable that Kate had done it. I thought it was unusual. I needed to check my phone, which I had left in my bag. My bag was missing. Kate must have taken it inside. I looked around and found the contents of my bag scattered all over the dining table. I guess that Kate might have overturned the bag because it was too heavy for her. It was still missing though. As I was looking around to see if she had put it on the floor, Kate appeared from her room. I put away the groceries you left at the entrance. I'm in a good mood today. You should thank me. Thank you. I was about to ask her where my bag was, but she mentioned something strange. I also got rid of the kitchen garbage that was left with the groceries. I'm really ashamed that I have a daughter-in-law who can't even clean up after herself. I didn't want a mother-in-law like you. I muttered in my mind while I focused on the word garbage. There was no way I would have left such a thing at the entrance. We did have a trash can for food scraps just outside of the kitchen door. No matter what, I couldn't have left it at the front door. I opened the lid of the can to see what she was talking about. Even luxury brand goods are no better than food scraps if a woman like you has them in her possession. As a mother-in-law, I can't leave food scraps at the entrance. That's why I made sure to put it in the trash can. I found my cut-up bag mixed with scraps of vegetables, meat, and last night's leftovers. What a mess she had made. I knocked over the can and scattered the contents out. Then I tried my best to remove the pieces of my bag that had been chopped up. She grinned and looked down at me. Oh, that's just pathetic, going through the garbage. I told you to save money, but I didn't tell you to go that far. I'm sure Philip would be disgusted to see his wife like this. I glared at her. There were 10 million in that bag. She flinched a little, but she shook her head and denied my statement. Liar! There's no way that bag contains that much money. Besides, even if it did, your wallet is on the table. I ignored her fussing and kept going through the garbage to find the pieces of the bag and the scattered pieces of paper. The 10 million was a homemade check given to me by Lisa. She had seen Kate scolding me to save money and thought that if I became rich, I wasn't going to be bullied. She gave it to me on my birthday. I kept it in my bag along with the birthday card as lucky charms. I was able to retrieve a few pieces of the card, but it was cut into tiny pieces with great care. I was hoping to somehow put them back together, but they were soaked in water from the garbage. There was nothing I could do. I was so desperate that I didn't notice Lisa standing behind me. I turned around and kept apologizing to her. I'm so sorry. The birthday card and the check you gave me are gone. I was so happy when you gave them to me. You worked hard to make them. Hearing me, Kate finally understood the situation. She regained her composure, feeling relief that she had not thrown away the actual money. Poor Lisa. Your mommy is the worst. She easily disregards gifts from her daughter. Leave the bad mommy alone and let's play with Nana. She took the opportunity to make me look like the bad guy. The true culprit was right in front of our eyes. I could have just said so, but the guilt and the fact that I didn't take good care of them made my mouth clamp shut. Then Lisa, who was standing in front of me, spoke up. I saw you, Nana. I know Nana cut Mommy's back with the scissors. While I was out to buy milk, she witnessed everything. Not realizing, Kate must have been joyfully cutting up the bag. Kate was visibly unsettled and was about to excuse herself, but Lisa shouted first. I hate you, Nana! She cried out loud, throwing the toys Kate had bought. The word hate must have stabbed Kate so deeply that she collapsed to her knees. I too exposed with emotions that had been holding back and wailed like a child. Philip returned to such a scene. He freaked out and ran up to us. Then I explained what had happened. He saw the pieces of the bag and Lisa's present all messed up and finally understood the extent of Kate's bullying. I didn't realize that you have been through more than I could ever imagine. I'm sorry. After he apologized to me, he condemned Kate and demanded to tell him everything she had done. According to her, she thought I was having it too easy as a stay-at-home mom at Philip's expense. She wanted to give me a taste of how she used to feel when she was younger. She was familiar with brand name products, and the high price of the bag I had received infuriated her. She had taken out my wallet and other stuff that couldn't be cut by scissors, but overlooked the presents from Lisa hidden in an inside pocket. She ended up chopping them along with receipts.
You knew you were doing something terrible.
When the time came, I was going to say that Lisa had played a prank on you. Later, I found out that her comment made him instantly decide the future.
Are you kidding me? Forcing your own misdeeds on your grandchild? It's not good for Lisa's education, and we can't have such a person in our house. This is a good opportunity. I'm going to ask you to leave. I hope you will realize the importance of having money and family.
Then he turned to Lisa and me.
From now on, the three of us will live happily as a family. We don't have to force ourselves to save any money. We'll have one less person. We can live more luxurious and comfortable lives than ever before.
Kate cried aloud behind him, but the decision was never overturned. A week later, Kate moved into a studio apartment that Philip had provided. It was equipped with a bare minimum of appliances, but the room looked old and haunted. We didn't want her to be kicked out and come back to us, so Philip agreed to pay only the rent and nothing more. If she wanted something, she needed to work and enjoy saving money as much as she would like. She now lives a frugal life, working at a job for seniors, and is not able to spend as much money as she used to. She's also on the cheapest phone plan and is using a simple cell phone. When she's at home, she apparently has a lot of free time on her hands. It would be bad if she were to fall ill or something, so Philip goes to check on her once a month. She keeps asking him to bring Lisa with him, so she could spend some time with her. Lisa refuses to see her, and there's nothing we can do about it. The black sheep is gone, and the three of us are living a slightly richer and much happier life together.